Certains policiers se font prendre en vidéo, mais ces agents n'ont même pas eu besoin d'une caméra corporelle pour se dévoiler, car leurs collègues ont oublié d'éteindre le micro.
Do you want to know or not?
Please back away from me. Please back away from me.
Then please leave the area.
This is a publicly accessible area, sir. There is nothing restricted about this area.
Voici l'auditeur du premier amendement, Sean Paul Reyes, de Long Island Audit, exerçant pacifiquement ses droits devant la prison de Sing Sing. Mais presque aussitôt, une policière se précipite pour l'affronter.
Hi, who are you? No, I figured that you were an officer by your shirt, but you're a correctional officer. What's your name?
Why?
Because you just pulled up in front of me and started talking to me.
This is state property. You're not supposed to be here.
This is state property?
Yes, it is. You don't see all these vehicles?
Yeah, I see all the state vehicles, including yours. What does state property have to do with anything?
That means that you cannot be on state property taking pictures unless you get permission from our superintendent from the state.
I need permission to take pictures on state property?
I can give you the number to the jail and you can call.
No, I don't need to call anyone. This might be state property, but state property that's open to the public. I didn't hop a fence to get here. There aren't any restricted area signs anywhere around here.
Okay, well, do you want me to call after?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you with the train passing.
Would you like me to call after? Because you're basically trespassing. You can't do anything with trespassing.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. I'm telling you, you can't. I know New York state law. This is publicly accessible area. There aren't restricted area signs.
You're the only public person that's here right now. That doesn't work here.
Well, that's because I'm the only one that chose to be here today. But this is open to the public. There's no fence, there's no signs, there's no nothing.
Fences all around. Just because it's not closed doesn't mean you can just walk in. If a door
Sure.
open to a house, would you just walk in it?
Well, no.
Because that would be considered trespassing.
Well, no, yeah, because
Okay.
I don't own the property to that house.
Okay.
I
You
own
don't
this
own
property.
this.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
This
you
is
don't.
this is taxpayer.
New York.
Right. And who funds the state of New York, ma'am?
Department of Correction.
Who funds the state of New York, ma'am?
People.
Right. I understand what you're saying. You're saying that this is state property and somehow I don't have a right to be here, but I think you're wrong. And I never got your name.
You can think that I'm wrong and you can take it up with the superintendent. Her
I don't
name
need
is
to speak
Pop.
to the superintendent.
Well,
What's the superintendent's name?
Pop.
Cop?
Yes, Kopp.
K-O-P-P?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't need to speak to the superintendent, though.
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
one
in a
of
restricted
those.
area.
You're one of those. Okay, I get it.
What's one of those?
You're,
What does that
you're trying to
mean?
be difficult instead of just leaving the property. So
I'm-
I already explained very nicely
Right.
that you're not supposed to be and you're still filming.
Bien que l'endroit soit un espace public, l'agente a insisté pour dire que Sean était en intrusion, transformant un simple enregistrement en un combat de pouvoir totalement inutile.
How would you feel if I said, oh, you're one of those? How would you feel?
If I was one of those, I wouldn't feel any sort of way.
So you're one of those.
Okay.
Okay. Again, you're not a law enforcement officer, correct?
Excuse me?
You're not a law enforcement officer?
What do you, are you?
I'm asking a question. Are you a law enforcement officer? No, you're
That's
not.
That's a silly question.
No, it's not. You're a correctional officer.
Okay,
You're
that's
not
the
a.
same thing. That has nothing to do with law?
It has no. It's very
Oh.
different. It's very different, ma'am.
Okay,
A law
but it has
enforcement
nothing to
officer
do with
and a
law.
correctional officer are very different things.
And it wasn't too much for me to ask you to stop filming on state grounds.
Well,
But
it
you're
is too
still
much.
doing it, right?
Well, it is a little bit too much to ask,
you're still
officer.
doing
It is a little bit too much to ask, officer, because
You're still doing
it would be a
it.
violation of my constitutional rights.
Okay.
I have the right to
That's if
film
you're one of
on public
those. No,
spaces,
you
right?
couldn't.
I am one of. If you mean by one of those, I'm somebody who exercises peacefully their constitutional rights. Then yes, I would be one of those.
What brings you here today?
I just told you I'm exercising my constitutional rights peacefully, officer.
Son attitude envers le public dit tout. On ose imaginer comment sont traités les détenus par quelqu'un d'aussi peu professionnel.
Again, if I was in a
You can say
restricted
it, don't worry
area,
about it.
okay, okay. I'm glad I got the officer's permission to stay
No,
here.
you didn't get my permission.
You just said that.
No, I said stay because
Okay.
you'll have a surprise in a minute. That's
I'll have
why
a
I
surprise. Okay.
said you have nothing
Oh.
to do with your life.
Oh, no, this is my job. I'm sorry. You must have got lost in translation.
No, I didn't get lost in that because you didn't translate it.
Okay, so let me translate it for you. This is my job. You know, sometimes officers like yourself or law enforcement officers, they get a little confused on what's legal and what's not. So I have been arrested a couple times, but it all gets sorted out in court. It all gets sorted out in
But
court.
You got arrested and had to go to court.
Yeah, that's
really-
unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
That's
for you.
unfortunate, right? Yeah, it's
I
unfortunate
just
for our
think
country.
it's something that you're quite you're not quite doing right. for you to
No,
get
ma'am.
arrested.
See, what happens is being arrested doesn't mean that you're guilty. You have the presumption of innocence. So me being arrested, you don't want to hear that, do you?
Au moment où Sean a commencé à lui expliquer la loi, elle n'a pas supporté la vérité, et elle s'est éloignée. Un grand classique lorsque l'ignorance se heurte à la responsabilité.
There's a sign right over there that identifies this as state property. There's a much larger sign that says exactly that.
Okay.
If you go over to the public access road, you will see that.
But what does that mean, state property? I don't understand. It doesn't say it's restricted state property. It just says that it's the Department of Correction.
So you did see that it said state property.
All right, and
So
I admitted that
did
to you.
see that.
Right.
Okay, so your earlier statement, you didn't. Isn't
No,
quite
no,
accurate.
no,
You
no.
said I didn't see anywhere where it says this is state
No,
property.
I said I don't understand what the significance of state
Okay,
property means.
Then I
Me
said
too.
you don't know.
No, I'm saying I
As
don't know
if
what
you
you're.
wanted to learn.
Sir, no. I would ask to de-escalate a little bit, but
No.
Just
I just want to
de-escalate.
make sure we're enunciating clearly.
Right.
You gave the impression you didn't know,
No.
and you wanted to know.
If you
so
un-
then you're not interested.
Sir, if you allow me to
So
speak.
you're not interested.
If you allow me to speak, I can
Okay.
explain to you. She said this was state property.
Are you interested in knowing
Okay,
where
sir.
you should be
have a
and
nice
shouldn't
have,
be?
have a nice day, sir. Have a nice day. I'm not going to engage with you any longer. You just want to escalate the situation. That's it.
Do
Getting
you
close to
want to
me.
know or not?
Please back away from me. Please back away from me.
Then please leave the area.
This is publicly accessible area, sir. There is nothing restricted about this area. I suggest that you study up on New York state law and understand that this is not.
So you did know all along
know all along what, sir? What are you trying to say?
that you came on this property purposefully.
Right. I mean, I didn't accidentally come on the property, if that's what you're.
No, you came on it purposely.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I did come on it purposely,
Okay.
sir, to take pictures of the public facility here. Yes, I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. State property, everybody that's open to the public,
Didn't say anything
everybody
about
can.
state property.
Okay.
You came on purposely.
Sean a souligné l'évidence. Aucune signalisation ne restreignait l'accès. Pourtant, les officiers ont choisi d'ignorer la réalité, révélant à quel point leur argument était fragile.
Yeah, purposely, I walked onto this property here, right, where there's no restricted area signs, where there's no signage that says, I am not allowed to be here. Correct, right. So as I was saying before, if you're arrested, that doesn't mean that you're guilty of a crime, ma'am. If anything, it being arrested so many times and it being thrown out in court, that's very telling on the people who are doing the arresting. It's not telling on me. Was this my surprise, ma'am? This was my surprise, wasn't it? You got 3 guys here to try and intimidate me. Not working out. This is private property? Who owns it?
Sing Sing.
Sing Sing.
That's like all the bands in it.
Oh, Sing Sing owns this property?
Sing Sing has all the vehicles in it.
Right,
This
Sing
is not a public spot.
Right, Sing Sing is
I know you're doing the thing for the public. When you're on public property, but it's not public property, right?
so who owns it if it's private?
The state.
And who funds the state?
It's not public.
Who funds the state?
You do.
Okay, we all do.
Les agents publics sont censés agir avec intelligence, mais ici, l'ignorance était clairement en première ligne.
Well, it's not restricted either.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you this what you're doing. You're trespassing. 'Cause this is
No, I would have to have passed a fence or secure area, or there has to be a restricted area sign for me to be trespassing. There is not a fence, there's not a restricted area sign or anything like that, sir. My beef is not with you. I don't have any beef with anybody here. I'm just, again, I have no problem waiting for law enforcement. If they, want to explain to me that this is somehow private property, they can do that.
I see all these videos. So, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, no problem. Have a good day, sir. Take care.
Au final, l'agente n'a eu d'autre choix que d'admettre que Sean avait raison, puis elle est partie. Le fait que personne d'autre n'ait interféré montre à quel point connaître ses droits peut être puissant. Si cette vidéo vous a plu, merci de montrer votre soutien en laissant un like et assurez-vous de vous abonner pour rester informé des prochains cas de ce genre.